Video, you're going to see me asking several questions of the Impossible Box over and over again. I do this because I'm trying to verify whether or not the answers I'm getting are actually coming from the spirit world, or if perhaps I'm just getting radio noise and interference. The interesting thing about the Impossible Box is because it's said that the spirits themselves are deciding how long it stays on different scan channels, sometimes you get channels that play longer portions of the same channel. For example, at one time you might get full phrases from one channel or another, as opposed to just single little words or single little blips of words. So aside from just having ethereal voices talking over channel scans, like you may see in some of our pieces and some of other people's pieces with the ghost boxes and spirit boxes and things, with the Impossible Box, it seems that ghosts like to stop and take whole phrases out of other people's conversations and use them to apply to their own conversations. Now, is that relevant? I'm not exactly sure at this point. That's why I use this and I'm testing. It seems to be relevant in several cases. Like, for example, in a tape that you're going to see that we're going to put up, at one point, the spirit stopped on a radio channel and that was playing Blue Oyster Cult's Don't Fear the Reaper. And it was a direct answer to a question, which is kind of neat. I mean, they didn't stop on Bohemian Rhapsody or a Beyonce song or a 1950s song or something totally irrelevant. They didn't stop on a commercial for dog food or something. They stopped on that particular song, which, Don't Fear the Reaper has sort of an occult, at least in that particular refrain. And it was really kind of interesting that they happened to stop the radio there and let it play through. And then this channel started scanning again. Now, when they have control of how long something plays, then they have control of if they come to a radio station and somebody on that station saying something that they want to express, then they will use those few words and then go on to the next few words or something, theoretically. Is that really what's happening? Are they adapting the words as they need to use them? I guess time will tell, at least on my end. Other people, wholeheartedly believe it. There are, of course, EVPs, and there are over-talking and other things going on, which are really fascinating and amazing. And then, of course, then you have this, when it stops on a radio station and pulls a whole phrase out that's completely pertinent to the question you asked, which is totally mind-blowing. So there you go. So enjoy this and see what you think. Okay. All right, folks.
Yes.
All right.
Listen, I will tell you what to do.
All right, I have a remember.
Person hands that have been.
All right, now listen, I have asked you for definitive proof. You know I was just on the phone. Who was I on the phone with? Please tell me who I was on the phone with. I didn't hear you. I didn't understand. Try again. Who was I on the phone with?
You got that? Meditation that we do each week, well, actually now each.
I didn't hear that. I think it's interesting that when I talk to you and I ask you to listen, you don't talk back. But it was hard because you didn't answer, at least in a way I understood, who I was on the phone with. But I'll give you another try. if you could even just say the one syllable of who I was on the phone with. Could you try that?
Once, twice, three.
Once, twice, three times. Yeah. Once.
Reflected in the eyes of another.
Try again. Who was I on the... Who? Who was I on the phone with? Do you know who I was on the phone with? You don't know who I was on the phone with. Okay. If I tell you who I was on the phone with, will you repeat it?
Do you hear something?
Okay, so I was on the phone with my mother. Okay, so who was I on the phone with?